Hey everybody, today I'm very excited to do a product review for what you see right here. This is the new Generation 2 Artist Pro 19 from XPPen. If you're looking to upgrade your digital sketching situation you got going on, whether or not you have an old tablet or you just want to up the technology that you have, this is definitely the way to go. I've had the privilege of using this for the past couple days now, and I have to say it's one of the best, if not the best, tablets/screens that I have ever used. I also am going to be going over the specs, as well as showing you more about the different hardware that XPPen sends you. It's a great package. It's a good setup. You know, we get the nice screen protector glove for your hand. I mean, they go all out here. And then you get this nice wireless, customizable button situation so that you don't have to, keep going over to your keyboard. Okay, so without further ado, please feel free to draw along with me and hopefully you become inspired. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go. We are going to be sketching on the Generation 2 Artist Pro 19 XPPen. So I have the standard stylus that it comes with here. Now, what's cool about this is that XPPen also offers a thinner version. And I like this one in particular because it mimics drawing with a ballpoint pen. It's a little thinner in the hand and it feels really good. Those of you that know what it feels like sketching with a ballpoint pen, it's a different feeling than a pencil. Okay, so that's really, really nice. So let me just erase this here. And then I'm going to show you how to, switch your brushes depending on what you got. Okay, so you got a nice little scroll wheel here that will change the size of the document so you don't have to do anything on the keypad. Okay, so I like to, just for the sake of what you guys can see, I'll draw at about this size. And then if you want to change the brushes, you just push the middle button. Okay, and you just tap the screen like that. And then you could go down and scroll through whatever custom brushes you have here. So I'll just choose mine, the standard Kyle Ultimate Pencil Hard that comes with Photoshop. So you're probably wondering, what are we going to be drawing today with it to give a good test run? And I think I will probably be doing a xenomorph, unless somebody objects to it. I think let's zoom in a little bit more here. There we go. Okay, so once we got that, I'll just move the document over here a little bit. Okay, so let's start drawing a cool xenomorph. See if you can see that here. Okay, let's test this pressure out. I mean, so far, I like what I feel. The pressure sensitivity is nice. The screen is nice too. It's an Ultra Vision display, 4K display. Dual 16K stylus, super comfortable. Probably wondering, like, Bobby, why haven't you drawn a xenomorph yet? I'm like, you know what? I used to draw them all the time, but I just haven't lately. And I also don't know how much will be fitting on here on the screen. Also, I'm not drawing a xenomorph from any particular film. I did just see Romulus a couple weeks ago, loved it, but I'm not going to be drawing that xenomorph. I'm not going to be drawing anything from Alien, Aliens, AVP, any of them. Let's just kind of make one up. All right, there we go. So far it's pretty nice. With my pressure sensitivity that I like on the pens, I mean, this is standard. Like, I haven't messed with it. I just opened this up out of the box a couple days ago. I haven't messed with any of the calibration. So far it's been pretty nice. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the other pen here and see if there's a difference. If that allows me any more details. Yeah, not bad. One thing I do notice that's different than my regular Wacom tablet is that the strokes, when I want to shade with this, are actually looking pretty good. Actually better than my regular stylus. So that's a definite plus. And you'll notice how loose I'm keeping this. Very, very loose. I'm not wanting anything super fancy. But I also got to make H.R. Geiger proud, huh? Alright, so let's get into some more specs about this from what I've been picking up from the website and all that. 98.8% sRGB, so it gives a full play on stunning colors. There's a lot of colors to be had on this tablet. When I turned my monitor off and I started looking at the internet through this tablet here, the colors were actually showing up pretty well. Also, as I'm doing this, I'm constantly looking over to my camera to make sure that this is in frame so you guys can see it. I don't want to be drawn off screen for like a half an hour and then all of a sudden can't see anything. There we go. Okay, so some other stuff. These are dual 16K ultra sensitive series stylus. Okay, so you have your Pro Roller stylus. This is the one that is you can scroll the size, you know, like of the document and out like this. And then you have the X3 Pro Slim stylus right here. So you'll see the XPPen logo here. This is really nice too if you want to get into a little bit more detail, and that's actually what I've been sketching with. Call me a little jaded, but I've been using styluses like this for like 21 years maybe. I was a late bloomer when it came to tablets. I used to get made fun of in college. If my friends are listening to this right now, you know who you are. You made fun of me because I used to draw with a mouse. Please don't make fun of me anymore. Okay, this is really nice. Talk about smooth shading. More so than what I'm used to. I don't know, I might actually be sketching a king alien here, like a king xenomorph, but I don't want to ruin the mouth. So now I'm just kind of playing up with what I can do. There you go. You know, it's funny, of all the xenomorphs in any of the movies, I happen to like the design of the one in Alien 3 the most. Just because it's the dog and, you know, it's on all fours. I really like that one. Probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but I actually don't like that movie much. Alien 3, the movie was nah. It was aight. There's a lot of excuses that fans give for why that actually is the best one. And you know what? To each their own. It had its merits. Every Alien film has its merits. That head is awful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase that head because it's not conducive to what I want to do. Okay. There we go. Okay, so far so good. I really like the feel of this, and also the nice little glove that XPPen was kind enough to include in the package. That's the other thing, the packaging. I mean, they did a really nice job of making sure that everything was safe and secure. That's cool. I tell you what, it feels good drawing a xenomorph. I probably should have drawn more of these in my lifetime. I just never really did. Probably because werewolves are my go-to for creatures. They've always been my favorite creature. There we go. Let's have a little fun with this xenomorph. Maybe we can put a crest on it, but not really. You know how the Alien Queen and Aliens had that really awesome regal headset going on. Maybe this one can too. It's like an evil stepchild or something with the xenomorph. There we go. Okay, so some more things about it. This tablet itself has a convective cooling system and fanless design. So it's uninterrupted. There's no noise or anything to it. It just stays cool, so it doesn't overheat. I know that tablets in the past, with whatever brands made them, sometimes they would overheat, and there was a genuine consensus that you were ruining what you had when you were drawing with it. And it kind of sucked because it would interrupt you from what you were drawing just because the screen, sorry, the screen would be getting so hot, you really couldn't do anything about it. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to rotate this a little bit. Yeah, I think we'll stand there so I can see the head a little better. The thing is, like when you're drawing a xenomorph, there's all kinds of crazy stuff that's going on with the biomechanoid cords and the tendons and everything, that you can just start making up some of the stuff without breaking the rules of what a xenomorph actually is. I mean, we all saw Prometheus. We know what it means to like break the rules of what a xenomorph is. All right, there we go. Okay, that's probably a little too dark there, but that's fine. Let's add some sketchiness going on here. Let's just have fun with it. This is really me just experimenting with what's possible with this tablet. So far, I'm really impressed with it. I've been needing an upgrade too. I've had that same tablet for like 4 years. It's done wonderful things for me, like the Wacom, however you want to pronounce it. It's been a great tablet, but you know. But as much as I paint, I mean, I'm a traditionalist at heart, but I'm also, man, those teeth, those teeth are that's not good. All right, I got to fix that. This is me just correcting my mistakes. I think I got a little too carried away with the teeth there. Okay, let's see what we can do. But you know, I've had that Wacom tablet for about 4 or maybe 5 years now, and it's done its job. But I think it's time to upgrade. Okay, there we go. So now I'll add in a little bit of depth going on. Okay, that's better. So the head can be slightly turned towards us, but not really. And all these nice little intricate shapes that I'm adding in here. It's just adding to the overall depth of the head. So those of you that are starting out in your journey of digital sketching, I just want you to know that drawing on paper, I would also not ignore that. Okay, because the skills are transferable. Okay, when you learn how to sketch traditionally, it definitely transfers digitally because of your hand pressure and you've learned all the muscle memory techniques. It really helps out. I still don't like that mouth. So I'm just, you know what? I'm just going to start all that over. I just don't like it. It's not working. Fade that off. And here we go. So as I'm working through this, I've noticed that when I'm erasing, I don't have to press hard in order to erase the line. And then when I'm drawing, I don't have to press hard either. And I think that's been a complaint of mine with a lot of the different tablets over the years about pressure sensitivity. You know, you shouldn't have to constantly go in there and fix the pressure all the time. And what's great about this tablet is it seems like it's pre-calibrated to do just that, to help you out. Ugh. What am I doing? This is not good. I should have just left it. This is me being a perfectionist when it comes to xenomorphs because I don't want to mess up the xenomorph. So I think what I'll do, out the lip, I'll just draw the head, sketch that down, and then draw the gum line second, just to see if I can have that be the outline for the teeth. And I'm just going to leave it I'm going to leave that for now, and let's see what else I can mess with on this head. Get some really cool shapes going in there. Because you know, when you've seen something hundreds of times, no, I have not watched Alien hundreds of times, dozens maybe, definitely more than 30 times. You start to pick up on the design cues for them, okay? And it's like drawing the Predator. When you draw the Predator, you don't want to mess up the mandible designs that are at the mouth, because that's like one of the key features that Stan Winston and James Cameron actually brought to the Predator design, because James Cameron helped Stan Winston design that thing. And those mandibles became iconic. There we go. So maybe this is like a... I hate using the term hybrid for Aliens just because everybody wants to do hybrid stuff. Jurassic Park does hybrid. Aliens is doing hybrid stuff. I don't want to use hybrid, but let's just say it's a different breed. So we got different stretched tendons going across the jaw. One of the things that I love about xenomorphs is its very strong jawline. Like, it's really powerful. And it just looks intimidating. There we go. I'm just glad I put that in there. Okay, that looks way better. So the lip that curls up when the xenomorph is mad and is about to attack, maybe I'll give it a little snarl, but I'm not going to mess with it too much. So let's just leave it there. Let's add some depth and atmospheric perspective going across here. Well, not atmospheric perspective. There's no real atmosphere yet, but I'm just indicating with gesture lines going into the background like what could exist there. Okay, and then this will all be in shadow. There we go. That's better. And the other thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to copy off the Alien Queen. And I think this crest right here is kind of doing that. So my apologies. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some smoothness going up here. Something straight back. And then I won't make it look like dragon scales right there. So I'll put some biomechanical piping going on in there, whatever those arteries and veins are on the xenomorph. Okay, so you know what? So far so good with drawing. This tablet itself also has a built-in stand, so it's actually standing. It's not flat. I could physically stand up and draw this, which is good. You just have to have a high enough desk. And you ultimately want to be standing, so that's just something to remember. Alright, so what I want to do is just add in some little bit of depth and atmosphere here. I think what I'll do is put an indication of some crazy, gross, saliva-induced, I don't know, shells that the walls are made of in the movies. There's some crazy stuff in there. Maybe some small indications of ridges. Set that up. But I'm not going to do anything fancy. I want to take away from the actual xenomorph. I put in those really cool shoulders. There we go. So this creature could technically be in an attack mode, leaning forward a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of really neat things we can do in here. Tell you the vibrancy of this tablet is great. I've noticed that no matter what angle that I'm turning my head in, there is anti-reflection. It's great. It's anti-fingerprint, anti-reflection. I got my light source on our left shining directly down on this thing, and the light's hitting over here in the corner and it's not bothering me at all. So it's not reflecting back up to my face. It's not doing anything to my eyes. It's really refreshing. There we go. Man, I've been drawing with the thinner pen for this whole drawing now. I'm really liking it. There we go. Just add in a little bit more depth here. So and I want to send my praise to XPPen for the spread of this graphite. You know, the fake graphite. Obviously, it's a digital pencil. I tell you, shading with this thing, it's really fun. Here we go. And hopefully those of you listening are having fun too. Comment below if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you're starting off in your artistic journey, if you're thinking about maybe going to school, you know, who knows? Whatever you want to do, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. We also have a Discord for aspiring concept artists if you want to learn just how to be better at art, if you want to learn how to get a job in the industry, if you want to learn how to collect reference the correct way without fearing of copying or not being good enough. You know, we cover all that in our Discord. There we go. It just feels like I'm drawing with a pencil. This is great. The other thing that I noticed, and I forgot to mention this before, was the complaint of mine over the years with a lot of these tablets, screen tablets, is that the cursor doesn't follow your hand correctly. So if you're a fast sketcher, it takes forever for the cursor to pick up and follow exactly where you're going. So if I would make a line and it would take a half a second to a full second for it to follow that line, to make the line. I said a line a lot. But with the XPPen, I've noticed that this thing is really fast. So when I move that cursor down, the little cursor that you see here, it follows the tip of the pen almost immediately. That's so refreshing. I'm sure those of you listening right now can agree with me on that, especially if you have a lot of experience with using, you know, Wacom tablets and Cintiq tablets. Sometimes they're not always the best when it comes to tracking. Okay, there we go. Not done yet. So this is the power of gesture sketching. So it's wonderful that I can use a tablet that will allow me to do that. All right. Tell me if you're having fun. Let me know what you're working on in the comments. You having fun? You drawing along with me? That would be great. If you want to show off some of your sketches, please join our Discord, Creature Design Workshop Discord. You can check the links in the description below. Yeah, this thing's a lot of fun. I also hope my camera doesn't run out of battery. I'm keeping an eye on it too. See this up here? Well, so another reason why I like this is mixing the lines together, like I had mentioned before, but you can start to see that the pencil strokes, even though it's digital, they start to bleed together like what graphite would do as it spreads on toothed paper or just regular printer paper. It's actually doing it. It's been a huge complaint of mine over the years. I didn't know who to blame. Photoshop or like the tablets, you know, because there was too much of a gap in between each stroke. So they would never blend together like normal pencil would. But now I mean I have to say it's blending together quite nicely. You can see it in real time here. Alright, so as I'm sketching this, I have some very important news for all of you watching this right now. It involves the pen, involves a great deal that you can get. So if you check the links in the description, there is a Prime Big Deal Days going on at XPPen. Okay, you'll see the links for Canada and the US. If you click on those links and act between now and October 10th, you will get 40% off during the Prime Big Deal Days. It's amazing. So I would definitely take advantage of that. And also, if you use the code Bobby5, you'll get an additional 5% off. Even that, and that includes even after the deal ends. So please take advantage of that too. Check the links in the description. And you have to make sure that if you buy it through the website, that's when the deal will go on. All right. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching me doodle this xenomorph. It's a lot of fun. Some other things I want to talk about. My creature design workshop that I hold every single month. We're wrapping up September now, but we begin at the beginning of every month. Usually it's the first Tuesday of the month. We meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. And I know that dealing, with time zones can be a hassle. We have some students that are from around the world that join us at 2 or 3 in the morning. So they are definitely troopers. The other thing that I wanted to go in a little bit more detail about is the wireless buttons that you could use so you don't have to use your keypad. So you can probably see that there, depending on the light. You just hook up the given wireless USB adapter that you can put in your desktop or the laptop, whatever you want to use. And what it'll do is it'll activate the scroll wheel so you don't have to do it directly from the pen. You don't have to reach over and do it from the keyboard either. So you have like a little scroll wheel right here. Okay, like that. And then the buttons down here, it acts like a space bar. So you can push the space bar and then you don't have to push space bar on the keypad. You can just move the document around. It's really nice. There's rotate on there, all kinds of things. It's funny. I've been using Wacom for years, and I never really use those side programmable buttons. This might be the first time I ever actually have to do it because, I'm right-handed, and I'm so used to reaching for the keyboard, and that the XPPen wireless buttons still feels like a keyboard to me. So I'm just old school. I don't like the buttons on the side of the tablet. But I might have my mind changed at some point. I don't know. I'm pretty open to a lot of new technologies, so it's not that I don't like anything else. But right now, I'm telling you right off the bat, this XPPen is pretty phenomenal. And it feels great. It feels like I'm sketching on paper. It's really, really nice. I'm testing it out without the protector. I made sure to wash my hands and I don't have any oily skin or whatever. But I definitely advise everybody to still use that hand cover just like you would put a screen protector on your new phone. It's just so you don't get any of those oily smudges anywhere. Alright, there we go. This is our xenomorph. If you want to name the xenomorph, I love doing this whenever I draw creatures. Comment below if you want to name the xenomorph. Usually the more mundane the name is, the funnier it sounds. So if you want to name it Sophia or Frank, maybe Chuck or, I don't know, Gertrude, whatever you want to do. It's often pretty funny. Alright, so I want to thank XPPen again for sponsoring today's video and being amazing and sending me this awesome product. I know that I'm going to be using this on a daily basis from here on out because a lot of you don't know that as much as I am a traditional artist, I also have to do a lot of digital work for my clients, the games and film industry. And you need good technology, especially to keep pace with what's going out there. And I definitely recommend, the Generation 2 Artist Pro 19 from XPPen. Thanks again, XPPen, for sponsoring. Thank you all for tuning in again. Comment below, like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And I will see y'all later. Peace.